Okay, let's move on. Chapter 2. We will go to Chapter 2, Linear Programming. In Chinese, 先行规划. Chapter 2 tries to answer a question. As a business manager, we try to achieve business goals, objectives, but we have limited resource. So the answer is how to achieve goals given limited resource. So let's see, always managers face decision. How to achieve goals. Or objectives. We will call objectives. The objective is small goals, small specific type of goals. Goals is growth. Goal GOL 是比较大的目标，那 objective 比较小的，比较明确。它的区分是这样。So we have to achieve objectives. Subject to or given some restrictions. Restrictions in Chinese is 限制 limitation. Subject to given in Chinese is 受限于给定。So typically we face manager face decision. 管理者会面临这样的一个决策。They have limited resource, but they want to achieve objectives. So let's see what kind of objective they have. What is the objective? You see, if you are a business manager, if you are managing, what is your objective? Easy. 如果你是管理者，你的目标是什么 ？Normally, what would be the objective if you are manager? If you are a manager of a certain company, right, what is the overall objective? 如果你是一家公司的管理者，你主要的目标是什么？ Hey, why you study business administration? 为什么你要读企管系 Because your mother, your father told you to study this, or because you want to earn money, you want to make profit, earn money. So the most important goal, typically the goal is profit maximization. 利润最大化 is your key goal. What is the another goal? If you are in a manufacturing plant or operating department, typically your goal is cost reduction. Cost 成本 reduction. 如果你是作业部门或是制造部门，你有可能的那个目标就是 cost reduction. 然后呢 ，but to try to minimize the cost. So cost minimization. So most likely goals, objectives, profit maximization or cost minimization. Maybe there are other goals, such as service quality maximization, customer satisfaction maximization. But in this textbook, we always talk about these two goals because they are easily to measure. Service quality, customer satisfaction are very abstract, not easy to be measured. 这本教科书它关注的目标是比较具体的，然后当你们现实生活上看到很多企业说利润最高的、满意度最大、服务品质最高，可是比较难衡量。So because service quality and customer satisfaction, this type of goals are hard to measure. So this textbook tells us we focus on much easy form of goals, profit, cost. Now we talk about restrictions. What kind of restriction we face as a manager? 我们身为管理者，我们受到限制是什么？限制。Resource. We have limited resource. What kind of resource? What kind of resource? 有什么样的资源？ What kind of resource? Yes. Human labor. 劳动力。Other resource? Money. Money. Oh, I have no car. Money, budget, 预算。Okay, money, budget. Others? Else? Any else? We are company making foods. What is the resource we have?
Time.
Time.我有说time time. Okay. Okay. Time. Others. Yeah, material. 原物料。So we have this resource, and more, and we have capital. We have 资本. That's another kind of resource. So our restriction contains limited resource. Another kind of restriction is about the guideline or restrictive guideline. Guideline. What is guideline? In Chinese, guide, 指南, 指令. Restricted guidelines, your boss is older. For example, we have two types of product, X and Y, and your boss say, I don't like X, do not produce any X. So this is the guideline. 不要生产 X. This is the guideline. Another kind of example, as if it's older by your boss. Or for some type of product, if we want to make that product, we will use some material, but the composition of different materials will be required, a certain proportion. For example, if we want to produce a cake, 蛋糕, water and the flour, we have a certain ratio, right? So 比例. So this is also a kind of guideline. Or if we want to make investment, 做投资, we have different object, 投资的标的, bond, 债券, deposit interest. Some teachers or experts will tell you, do not put all of your money in a specific object. You have to diversify, right? So this is a kind of guideline. We will see in later questions. They will tell us what kind of guidelines we have. So just remember, we have two objectives normally seen and two kind of restrictions we face. So linear programming is a technique used to solve this kind of decision. We have some limitation, we have restrictions, and how to achieve goal, even restriction. Okay, we have three steps in linear programming. I think that this is not very important, but you just know. 3 steps. In LP. First step, easy. Make sure the problem is solvable by LP. 确认这个问题可以用线性规划机。What kind of problem can be solved by LP? 什么样的问题可以被线性规划机？ This type of problems. We have limited resources and we have goals and how to make decisions. It's easy. And the second stage, try to formulate the unstructured problem. As a mathematic model. That means you see the problem bank after each chapter. They tell you the problem using text, using a lot of words, sentences. This is an unstructured problem. We try to make this unstructured problem. We transform them into the mathematical model. 就是听起来你是把课本后面那些习题啊，一大串文字转换成数学模式。The third step is the solution. Solve the model using mathematical technique. Okay, in this chapter we have two techniques. The first technique is graphical analysis plot. Maybe you learned before when you were senior high school. And the second kind of way to solve a problem is using computer. Maybe next week we will show. But actually we have other method techniques. Maybe you also learn in your senior high. We use matrix, 矩阵, to solve problems. but it's very difficult. We have a simplex method. In Chinese, I remember it's called 单行法 to solve linear programming problem. But we don't cover that. We just use an easy way. We use graphical solution approach. And I want to ask you why this is called linear programming. Why linear? Because the relationship we examine in the model is linear. It's easy. What do we mean by linear? This is a function. This is a linear function. What kind of function are linear? If we have this is quadratic term, so this is not a linear function. Or if we have it's not linear. Now, we talk about linear programming model. They have some component element. 电信规划模式的元素. I think this is a very important part of the chapter. You will see that all of our calculation, we will go through this element. We will use this element. The first element of the linear programming model is decision variable. Decision variable in Chinese is 决策变数. That means variable. If we have two products and we decide how much each product to produce. We have two products, X1, X2. X1 is the model, the first type of product. X2 amount of another product. So after we get the answer, we know the exact number, how much X1, how much X2 to produce. So X1, X2 is the decision variable. The second element, very important, is the objective function. In Chinese, 目标函数 OF. For this, DV. As we learned before, we have normally two kinds of objectives: profit maximization and cost minimization. So our objective function, we'll talk about this. And third, model constraint. Model constraint. Okay, model constraint 限制 in Chinese. And normally we will see inside the objective function of model constraint, we will see our decision variable. We will see parameters. I will use some example later. So when you solve a problem about linear programming, you have to write these three parts. If a problem, a question asking you to please formulate a linear programming model for this problem, you have to write these three. What is the decision variable, the definition, the objective function, the model constraint. In Chinese, 有个题目问你说，请为以上的这个问题建立一个线性规划模式，那你的答案就要包括这三个部分。Let's see some example. If we are toy company, we make three kind of product line. We have three kind of product line. 是玩具公司有三条产品线。The first is teddy bear. Product line 1. The second is Barbie. The third is Robo. The Transformer. We have three product lines. And the manager will tell you, we want to find how many each of them to produce to maximize our profit. So you will see, oh, this is the objective, maximize profit. And you know what is the decision variable? If manager tell you, we have to decide how much each of them is product line to produce to maximize profit. What is the decision variable? X1. How to define? The unit of teddy bear to produce. What is X2? The unit of Barbie. How about X3? X3, 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 X3. 可以 ，and unit of what? Unit. Robot to produce. Okay. So you have to write the definition of each decision variable clearly, or you your score will be slightly reduced. 我觉得这个要定义一下，定义不清楚会稍微扣一点点分数。X2, the unit of Barbie is a lazy way. Barbie to produce. X3, the unit of robot to produce. Okay, the manager tells you if we produce 1 unit of teddy bear, we can earn 50. 50. The P1. If we produce 1 unit, and we can earn 60. And if we produce 1 unit of robot, we can earn 100. And now I ask you, what is the objective function? Objective function. Now, OF, objective function. What is the objective? 目标是什么？ Profit, yeah, profit. Profit what? Profit minimization or maximization. Min or max? Max. So we assume profit is Z. Our textbook called profit is Z. Equal to what? Zero head. Profit, this is a unit profit. 一单位的 or one unit teddy bear we can earn 50. Now we don't assume, we don't have any cost. We don't consider cost. How about profit? Hey, okay, 50. X1, 1, and then plus 60, X2 plus 100, X3, yes. So this is the objective function, 目标函数。And now we talk about model constraint. Assume your manager tells you we only have 40 hours of labor available for producing Barbie. 我们就40个小时能够制造芭比。For Barbie, one unit of Barbie will cost 5 hours. Following constraint. Constraint, we will use this abbreviation ST, subject to. We have 40 hours of labor available, 40小时的劳动力。One unit of Barbie, we will cost 5 hours. On the right is resource constraint.一单位的芭比要5小时，然后我们就40个小时。我问一下，签字是要怎么写？怎么写 ？And manager, we will ask, how about others? And manager tells you, I only love Barbie, I don't like others. So I only want to produce Barbie. 他非常的少女情怀。Your boss asks you, I only want to produce Barbie. I don't want robot and teddy bear, even if I'm a boy. So how about the constraint? X1 guideline. 我不想要生产 teddy bear 跟 robot， 请问一下怎么写？很直觉 ，very based on your intuition. If you don't want to produce, you put it 0. X1, 0. X3, 0. This is guide. You are older. Your boss is older. So older, you cannot produce teddy bear. You cannot produce robot. You can only produce Barbie. Okay. You ask your boss what kind of resource we have. He tell you we have labor resource, 40 hours. 40 hours. One unit of Barbie will cost 5 hours. So how to write in constraint? 一单位的芭比，要花5小时的时间去生产。那我现在就40个小时。And it's easy. How to write? 5x2 equal 40. Partially right. Why? I say partially right. Yes, but you have to use English. Less than or equal to. Less than equal or equal to. 小于等于小于等于翻译一下。Because the question you both don't ask you have to spend all of the labor. If you both stay, you have to spend all of the labor. All labor resources can be used up. You can use equal. That's so easy. So based on the question, based on the order you receive from your boss, you write out the equation. This is all about management science. And in this chapter, we use linear programming. As you can see, we have this subject to restriction, limitation, 限制式, and this is our objective function. And these are decision variable, 决策变数. And the number given, coefficient, 计数这些词, we call parameter. Okay? But we miss a very important part. If you write this, I will give you some score reduction. Why? You have to write this. Because it is impossible for us to have negative amount of product produced. So if we draw the graph, if we only have x1 and x2, assume we only have x1 and x2, we can draw a graph. Where the solution will lie? 答案会在哪里? The first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant. Quadrant means 象限. So our solution always in the first the 象限, first the 象限, the quadrant. Okay, quadrant. 象限. So our solution will be here, but we don't know where after we get a true solution. So this is a constraint that is called non-negativity constraint. 非负限制. 非负限制是 non-negativity constraint. Make it happy. Always write this. If you write this, you can get some score. If you don't know how to solve the problem, you write this, you get some score. Okay. So it's easy. Let's see a more difficult type of model constraint is about the guideline. Guideline, sometimes you will see this. You both say, okay, now we can produce teddy bear. So something very annoying. Teddy bear is x1. So now x1 can be produced. We can produce teddy bear. And then you ask, how about labor? You say, that teddy bear is not so complex than Barbie. So it costs labor less. So teddy bear costs 2. 1 unit teddy bear costs 2 hours. Okay. And he keeps saying, but because I have changed my style, taste, 他有转性 I like teddy bear. 很烦 Very, he said, at least twice as many teddy bear as Barbie. This is a guideline. It's older. At least twice as many teddy bear as Barbie. teddy bear 要是 Barbie 的至少2倍。How to write this? This is the amount of teddy bear. This is the amount of Barbie. What do we mean by at least? When you see at least, the inequality 不等式 will look like this. 至少大倍。Okay. 2. Right, 2. So this is a constraint. Very special. In lateral analysis, you had better try to transform this inequality into this type. Inequality does not change the sum because all x are greater than 0. So based on your both new order, now our linear programming model look like this. This is objective function and constraint now change. 现在是改，根据它的新的命令，我们就改。So when you do the assignment or problem after each chapter, sometimes one problem will have some questions. The first question is try to formulate a linear programming model. The second question, try to solve the problem. And the third question, how about if a new order appeared by both? How to change the model? So easy, not very difficult. The easiest statistic, like maybe 统计学简单吧。现在看起来好像没有很难。But the most difficult part is the problem. Why? Because this is English. Based on my experience, I taught 3 classes of students, and all told me the most difficult part of this subject is English. The problem is I cannot understand what problem is. We all are very good at mathematics because Taiwanese students are good, I know. But the problem, English is very difficult. 就是最难，通常是题目看不懂。 数学是会的，因为看不懂。So you have to practice. And don't be afraid because before maybe 2 weeks before the midterm or final term, I will have some tips telling you the key point in a problem. In Chinese, 就是期中、期末考前大概2周吧，就会提示你说哪些会考，然后 I will use somebody else will come and send the email to you. Hey, I am CPTA. 我是神秘的 ，can tell you which part is important. And after I finish your chapter, I will tell you which kind of problem, and which problems after each chapter I will pick as a potential problem in the midterm. 就是每次下课后，如果教完那一章，我会跟你说这章我会考哪些题目，就那几题的某些，对。这样子 ，but even I do this, still a lot of people do not pass. But so please work hard. Oh. Now we will, let's see example that is formal. 正式来看一个例子 formal example. This example is maximization. There's a firm, a company. The name is Beaver Creek. If you have textbook, you can see this example. Beaver Creek. A company called Beaver Creek is a company making small craft. 就是做那种精致的工艺品。The firm employs 雇用了 skilled 有技术的、有技能的 artisans 工匠 to produce 2 types of product. Bulbs. What is a bulb? One was a Mars. Mars. So we have 2 products. And these 2 are made of clay. What is clay? 土. They have, you see the resource, right? They have material, clay. They have labor because they hire some artisan to produce bowls and mugs. So I have 2 products. And tell you the boss tell you we have limited labor. We have 40 labor. We have limited labor. We have 40 hours. We have 40 hours labor each day. 每天 each day. And we have 120 pounds of clay. 土只有120，反正单位不用管那个 pound 或者什么单位没关系啊，你只要知道是单位。pound P-O-U-N-D. So the objective is to maximize profit. You want to know how many number of bowls and mugs to produce to maximize the profit. And you ask your boss, how about a unit price? Unit profit and the cost? Or do you have any detailed information about how many laborers will be used if we produce each unit of this and this. And it tells you, okay, I will give you a table, summarize all the things. And the table looks like this. We have Bob, and we have Mark. The resource labor, clay, and we also have profit. And 1 unit of foam will cost 1 hour labor. This hour. This is a pound. POUND. 1 unit of bar will spend 2 hours. 1 unit of bar will require 4 pounds of clay. 1 unit of mark, 1单位的马克杯 will require 需要 3 pounds of clay. 3英镑的。Final, the unit profit. Or if we produce 1 bar, 1 unit of bar, you can earn $40. For mine is 50. So the objective is maximize profit. So how much bars and marks we should sell. You aim to tell SKU. So you have to solve this problem using linear programming. Okay, next period we will do is take a break.